Hey everyone, welcome back here on the channel. And this is a beautiful morning, so I thought let's do some tutorials, some tips, some tricks, maybe some helping stuff. And I'd like to show you how to make your B-rolls just a little better with some super easy techniques. So let's see it. Alright folks, let's not waste any time and just dive in, open your Premiere Pro, import your footages, and let's start with the first one, which is gonna be, for me, the zoom in and zoom out effect. So you hit on your footage, you click on it, you're gonna see the effect controls window gonna pop out. You go to the first frame. This is the first frame. Alright, you hit the little watch here by the scale. That's where you toggle the animation. So from now on, anything you do here with the scale adjustment number, that's gonna turn into some sort of movement. Like you're gonna scale your footage, obviously. Okay, then you go to your last frame, bam, last frame, and you're going to hit, for example, I like subtle changes. It doesn't need to be so harsh, so huge. So I usually put 1:05. Maybe it's gonna be even too much for this length. No, it's great, it's perfect. So it's gonna look like this, I think, so much better than just a still image. That's great. Let's go to the next one. What's the next one? Oh yeah, one of my favorite transition ever. It's basically one of the most seamless thing. This is what I'm talking about. And you do it this way. You check your footage where I was shooting here this bicycle lamp, and it's gonna go into this pole, and that's gonna be basically my transition, that pole. So I find this first frame where the pole is basically showing me something about the other side of it. I think here it's gonna be all right. I try to paste under on another video channel, my other video where it's gonna basically transition to. So then I select the one which I want to transition from, and I create a new mask. And then I start to create my mask. And basically that's it. So from this moment, we're going to toggle animation on the mask pad. And after you did that, you can easily just go basically frame by frame on your video. I kinda recommend to do frame by frame. It's not much of work. I think it's really worth it. So, and then you can just have a beautiful transition. So that's how it's gonna look like, what we did right now. And after that, what I do usually, I adjust the mask feather and the expansion. So it's gonna be a little more creamier here. It's not gonna be too harsh. And as you can see, it looks really perfect right now. So I think this is an awesome and easy transition. So I really recommend this to everyone. All right, let's go to the next one, which is gonna be, if you have chance to shoot 60 FPS in certain B-rolls. I mean, most of the B-rolls I shoot with 60. What you can do, you can basically slow them down. So if you did it handheld, it's gonna be just not as shaky or just smoother. So what you do here, and I think a lot of people just try to use, speed and duration and just slow it down. But after you imported your footage, you can hit right click on it, modify, interpret footage, assume this frame rate, you change it to 24. If your sequence is 24 FPS. If your sequence is 30, then you adjust it to 30. But mine is 24 FPS. So you hit OK, and then you can drag it to your timeline, and you can see that it's gonna be a slow footage. And slow down from 60 to 24. All right, the next one. The next, and I think is gonna be the final tip, and I love to do that. Again, I'm going to use a 60 FPS video, modify it. I'm gonna interpret the footage to 24. I'm gonna drag it and drop it. And then I'm going to do some jump cuts. I like jump cuts a lot. You can do the cuts on music, so it just goes with the song you're using or the track you are into. Basically, I'm cutting out pieces from the footage and then I drag it on the timeline back. So it's gonna be like jumping like this. And then I just do it again. Basically what I do here, trying to make it the same. Usually the beat is gonna be the same, right? So the same speed. So you wanna have the same speed on your jumps, right? And without music it's not that good. But anyway, you get the point. That's the point. And then you're gonna get like something like that. And there's one more thing I'd like to share with you. So that's gonna be the fifth one here. And that's the warp stabilizer. I think to use warp stabilizer is pretty easy, but I don't think that everybody knows really what would be the alright settings to it. So I'm going to go to effects. I'm gonna hit warp stabilizer. You can see, first let's check out the clip. You see it's not much movement here, but it does require some stabilization. I mean, it makes it just smoother. That's what we want. We want to make smooth videos. So you drag and drop on your clip. It starts to analyze. It's gonna be quick. We're gonna wait for it. After it did analyze your footage, you can see what's going on here. It's super smooth, but it has some sort of movement in the background. It's kind of weird. So what I do here, I use the smoothness about 3 to 5%, usually 4 maybe. You can go in between, that's 4. You hit 4, it's gonna start stabilizing, and I think it's way better. It's not much of a stabilization happening, but the major jitter is out. So I think try to use just a touch of everything, and that's gonna make to something awesome. So a little stabilization, right exposure, that's very important, and the same with the color grading. You just try to make it subtle. But we can talk about that too later. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed today's content, this short kind of tips and tricks about your B-roll footages. And let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite tool or favorite effect or favorite kind of thing in the Adobe Premiere Pro. If you did like the video, please hit the like button or just subscribe to the channel for future content. And I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.